Hello, one and all. It's my view of My Hero Academia, Chapter 357, Wounded Hero Burning Bright and True. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a small panic attack when I first saw Eri this chapter. My mind started racing, trying to figure out exactly what All For One had planned for her. Is he gonna kidnap her? Has he already kidnapped her? Is he gonna kill her? Has he found some sort of way to force her quirk to activate, killing everyone in the evacuation shelter? And as my mind was racing, I realized, wait a second. What are these metal canisters all around her? Are those bombs you can use to blow her up? But then I realized, oh, we've actually seen those before. Those are the quirk-killing bullets made from Eri's body. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is so much easier. He's just gonna fire a quirk-killing bullet at Endeavor, erase his quirk. I mean, that wouldn't be great, but Endeavor, he's pretty much done for the day. He's already done the prominence burn. He's done all he can really do here. He is really tired. He's really injured. If he loses his quirk, it won't be that big of a deal. He can just, retire and, I don't know, become a teacher at UA. Oh, that'd be funny. That'd be so funny. Him and All Might being teachers at UA together. Oh, that'd be wonderful. But then, as I was imagining that, I realized, wait a second. The quirk-killing bullets, the things made from Eri's body, would it be theoretically possible that All For One was able to essentially read her quirk data from inside the bullet and copy it? Is it possible that All For One now has Eri's quirk? And then I started panicking again, and then I seriously started panicking again because, oh, this is bad. This is so overwhelmingly bad. I mean, her quirk is one of the most dangerous and deadly things in this entire freaking series. She doesn't even need to touch you to destroy you, to literally, de-age you out of existence, to make you unborn. And in All For One's hands, that is so much worse. So much worse because, let's not forget, this whole fight, All For One has been fighting, at a fraction of his full strength. He has not been his true self ever since All Might almost killed him the first time. And now it seems like he's able to basically undo all that damage. I mean, see here, he has an ear for the first time and an eye. I seriously think this is the first time we have ever seen this man's eye, which, oh, that's unnerving. That is so very, very unnerving. But if he's actually able to undo all the damage, if he's actually able to revert himself to his true form, to All For One Prime, oh, we are in trouble. We are in serious trouble. Even All Might was not able to take down Prime All For One. So, yeah, that might be game over. That might actually be game over here. Though I don't think this is entirely beneficial to him, because All For One does describe this as a sacrifice of sorts. My best guess here is that, because it's such a powerful quirk that even Eri can't really control, and because All For One didn't really have, the full quirk, just kind of like a copy that was able to extract from the bullet, he won't actually be able to control this quirk, and while he might be able to, use his full power for a few minutes, he won't actually be able to stop the rewinding, and will essentially be, unborn. He'll essentially get younger and younger as the fight goes on, until eventually, they just have to step on him when he becomes a little evil baby. Just like the end of Harry Potter. Kinda. So this fight could essentially become a battle of attrition. Will the pro heroes last long enough for All For One to essentially be wiped out of existence, or will All For One manage to murder every last one of them? I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be more likely that, they'll be able to outlast All For One, but I do think there could definitely be some sacrifices on the hero's side in order to last that long. I mean, Devers, Hawks, Conway Woods, I could see all of them dying in this battle. I really honestly could. Oh, yeah, and one other thing. When I shared this theory online, a lot of people commented back saying that it wouldn't be possible for All For One to manage to extract Eri's quirk from the bullets because he never actually had access to the bullets. The doctor and Shigaraki did, but, the doctor never was actually in contact with All For One, and the doctor's entire lab was destroyed by the heroes, so it wouldn't really seem possible for All For One to be able to get Eri's quirk. And that is a very good point, but All For One is careful. He is incredibly careful and planning and conniving. So I think it's entirely possible that, the doctor managed to extract the quirk from the bullets and then put it somewhere safe, not in the main lab in the hospital, but somewhere far, far away where All For One would know to look for some sort of big, ultimate secret trump card used against the heroes. So yeah, that's my big theory from this chapter. All for One's doctor managed to extract Ares' quirk from the quirk-killing bullets and put that somewhere where All for One was able to get it, absorb it into his body, and he's just now activating it, and it's able to basically put him back into his prime, to put him back to how he was before his first fight against All Might. And while this is going to make him just so much more powerful, dangerous, deadly, and utterly terrifying, he'll be on a timer because sooner or later he'll lose control of the quirk and essentially die, be unborn, be wiped from existence because of it. And it's just a question of how many heroes will they kill before that timer runs out. Oh yeah, and one more bonus theory. I think Lady Nagant is in this battlefield, and we just aren't seeing her right now. I mean, she is a freaking sniper, and she has a lot of reasons to be angry at All for One, so is it possible that she is, somewhere in the mountains far away from them, far outside the range of All for One's sensors, and, she's waiting for the perfect opportunity to basically shoot All for One in the head? Oh, I would love that. I would freaking love that. That is, her big comeback to the series. Her way of saving the day. Oh, that'd be amazing. It'd be so amazing. I mean, I've been theorizing for a very long time. I thought this fight was going to have essentially 2 stages. Just as it seems like all of the heroes have beaten the villains, they'll turn out, oh no, the villains had a power-up. The villains have some sort of super secret steroid or something they can inject into themselves to make them way more powerful, way more deadly. And at that point, the heroes are going to get some backup from the former villains. Rappa, Gentle, La Brava, Korogiri, maybe even Koyuchi from Vigilantes. Oh, I would love that. I would so love that. And then they'll be able to step in and help save the day. Huzzah! And honestly, I really want to team up between Stain and Ida. That would be so amazing. That'd be so utterly amazing. Alright though, back to the start of this chapter. Endeavor's angry. Endeavor is really overwhelmingly angry, and he's taking out on All for One, which, good choice. A very good choice right here. As he explains, wounded heroes are always the scariest, which, yeah, that sounds about right. Honestly, Endeavor, you kind of look like a villain here. I mean, you kind of look like a villain a lot of the times, but you really look like a villain right here. And even though it seems, like he's completely lost it, like he's just so focused on his hatred and rage and anger that he isn't paying any attention to the battlefield, he is still keeping, enough presence of mind to realize, okay, I can't use my big attack right now. I need to wait. I need to hold on until I'm able to pierce All for One's defenses and able to, essentially use Prominence Burn at point blank range to put him down once and for all. Also really do love Hawks giving him that boost, so he's able to get up to All for One very quickly. Seriously, it takes a lot to surprise this man. It takes a lot to surprise the ultimate demon lord. And this did it. This actually did it. Oh, I love that. Also, just gotta love Kami Woods realizing, wait a minute, All for One is on the ground. Oh no, we have to run. Everyone, get away right now. Get away as fast as you can. And they're like, well, what do you mean, Kami Woods? Shouldn't we be battling against All for One? Shouldn't we be, attacking him all at once? Yeah, it turns out the reason why he was afraid, the reason why he wanted to run away wasn't because of All for One, but because he knew Endeavor was on his way to come attack All for One, and that's not something you want to be anywhere near. Oh, that was perfect. That was so utterly perfect. I love that. And then we get an interesting shot of the future, which I definitely wasn't expecting, as we see Shoto with short hair and everyone else with updated hero costumes for the future, including Deku, who now has a longer cape, which is interesting. I mean, actually, if you look at it, it seems like it's 2 capes sewn together, so could that be, partly Gran Torino's cape and then partly another cape added on top of that? I'm not sure. I'm very confused about that. I mean, seriously, Endeavor, you have a very active imagination if you're imagining everyone with, updated futuristic hero outfits. I just love that. He also apparently, in his mind, he knows that Shoto will get short hair when he gets older, which, honestly, I really want the epilogue of the series to have Shoto with just, long hair, like down all the way to his butt long hair, just as one last, you don't know me, Dad, you really don't know me. Oh, that'd be amazing. It'd be so amazing. But he explains, he's going to keep living. He's going to keep paying penance for the sake of the future, for the sake of making sure that the next generation of heroes don't have to, deal with his mistakes any longer. And that definitely feels appropriate for him. I mean, I've been saying for a long time, since before, even the Dobby reveal, that the only way Endeavor could ever become, truly redeemed in my eyes is for him to suffer, is for him to pay penance, is for him to just keep fighting again and again and again, not for any hope of being, forgiven, but simply for the sake of paying his penance, for the sake of protecting the next generation of heroes. And this is him doing it. Honestly, it almost felt suicidal to me. That's why I said before that, if it was going to be a quirk-killing bullet, it wouldn't be that big of a deal because, that's just another way Endeavor could pay his penance. But it seems like he wants to, keep living for the sake of the next generation. I am a bit curious about what he says, though. He says, I'll win today and keep my eyes on Toya, which... Curious? I mean, does he mean that, like, physically or metaphorically? Is he going to keep an eye on his son who's going to go to jail? Because... yeah, I'm sorry to say this, Endeavor, but Dobby/Toya, they don't really have all that much longer to live. I mean, the hatred and the anger is the only thing that's allowed them to survive this long. And once that, burns out or once, he's done with his fight, I don't think he'll actually be able to keep going. I don't think he'll actually be able to live all that much longer. But this could also be a metaphor, him metaphorically keeping his eyes on Toya, keeping his eyes on mistakes made in the past to make sure he doesn't repeat them, to make sure the next generation of heroes doesn't have to, deal with the problems that he's caused. That could actually make a lot more sense to me. And then Endeavor burns All For One very, very badly. Seriously, he turns the dude into freaking charcoal, and he's like, I've done it, I've won. Even if he did have some sort of regeneration quirk, that's not enough to survive this. There's no way he can keep going. There's no way he can keep fighting. I've done it. I've killed the Demon Lord. I've killed the greatest evil in the world. Huzzah! But Hawks has to really, really rain his parade as he reveals, Endeavor, he's still alive somehow, some way. And then things just get so utterly, utterly creepy. Seriously, this shot is so terrifying. So terrifying. And I have to wonder what this was like for Endeavor to look up and see this corpse essentially regrowing an ear, an eye, and smiling at him. I mean, I know Endeavor's made of tough stuff, but that is going to be nightmare fuel for the rest of his life. Seriously, that's enough to cause some PTSD right there. And then we get one last final page of Deku apparently having to face off against some sort of foe, which, curious? I mean, my best guess for this is that's a whole bunch of flying Nomu that All For One sent out to essentially slow down Deku to make sure that he can't, get back to UA until everyone there has already been murdered. That would make a lot of sense for All For One. And what I would so love to see here is if Deku gets some backup, and maybe from Koichi from Vigilantes, that'd be awesome, but also from the flight crew that was working with Star and Stripes. I mean, they have all those, fighter jets with freaking lasers attached to them. Imagine those guys flying out and fighting the Nomu side by side with Deku. That'd be amazing. That'd be so amazing. And maybe once the fight's over, they'll even give him a ride back to the mainland. Maybe, but please let me know what you think of all this down below. What exactly is the ace in a hole up All For One's sleeve, or I guess skin, because all of his clothes have been burned to ash? Disturbing. Do you think he actually managed to copy Aries' quirk? And if so, what kind of side effects we have to face as a result of activating this quirk? Will it actually kill him? And will he be able to kill any of the pro heroes before it does? Also, what exactly is Deku about to face on the open ocean? So many questions. So very, very many questions. But please let me know all down below. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss my next video. And until then, peace!